back at it again. So yeah, I'm back, kind of, not really, after a year. If you just want to skip to the video right away, skip to this timestamp, otherwise I'm going into a bit of a disclaimer before the video starts. So first of all, this video is kind of a paid promotion because I was approached by some people on Fiverr to make a video game trailer for their game, which is now on KickStarter. Link is down in the description. And I promised them I would make a video promotion as well, which is way over fucking due. This was supposed to be uploaded like a month ago, but I just don't. I really don't have time for these videos. That it's the reason I stopped making them. Because of this, Jay, the character, is not in the fucking video. Plus he's being reworked for any future videos that might or might not happen. I really hope I get some time to make some. Yeah, the video is all over the place because first of all, I barely had time to make this video. Second of all, the game is confusing as all fuck, which we're gonna get to in a bit. So yeah, let's get to what I do best and talk shit about some games, right? Okay, to start off, I'm not looping the same gameplay over and over, like I mean the same footage over and over and over. This is just the tutorial level, which is the only level that's made right now, and it's not even finished all the way through. And I can't finish it because of all of the things I'm about to mention. First of all, the game needs a big fat explanation right at the start. Right at the fucking start. Big, fat, juicy explanation like this one. Because of what I said previously and for all the things I'm about to mention. The only things that I knew were the things the devs told me, but even then I had to figure a lot of things out on my own. Things that could have been explained. For example, when you get to the basement area and finally to the PC, you use arrow keys to move the camera and switch cameras on the PC itself. The only reason I know this is because the dev told me so. This should be indicated once you get there, as should the controls for the game when you first spawn in. This is how I would make the explanation shit look, and since the game doesn't explain how the enemies work through gameplay, either fix that or add an explanation like this at the very start. I really try to figure out how the enemies work. Something I noticed, the bear doesn't attack when we're in the same room, but the small guy, whatever that thing is, can kill me when I'm standing still in another room. And sometimes I'll be in the same room with him for a couple of seconds, staring directly at him, and nothing happens, so there's really no correlation here. And why does the noise meter exist? When I can run into the room with the flashlight turned off and not get killed, all I need to do is stand there. But if I do the exact same thing with the flashlight turned on, I get killed faster than a hooker in Victorian England. I thought the small guy reacts to light because of this, but there's times where he's not even in the same room with me, the light is turned off and I'm moving slowly and he still fucking kills me. Then I figure out that when he's nearby you can hear some sort of mechanical whooshy whooshy noise, like a gas leaking noise. But I really do think that should be changed or explained because for a long period of time I thought that was just some sort of ambient noise in the background. Sometimes I get killed with the flashlight turned off, and other times I get killed when there's literally nobody in the room or another room or the room after that or the one after that. I got killed once while writing this script. I was writing a part and the game was turned on. I was in the spawn room just standing doing fuck all, and all of a sudden I hear a jump scare. Another time I got jump scared through a wall. I was in the spawn room, I got to the door and I didn't open the door. Boom, jump scare. This actually happened multiple times. The biggest problem the game has right now is the way you die, because the enemies are not explained. After hours of playing this game, I'm still trying to figure it out. Yes, I actually spent hours playing this, I don't know, 10-minute level. The battery you have, the flashlight, the battery empties out far too quickly. If you use the battery, it drains out in about 30 seconds or so. The only way to save it is to not use it, which is fine in the upper floor of the game where there's tons of wall sockets and light. So even if you do use the battery, it's not really a problem charging it. But when you get down to the basement, if you want to get from the door to the first wall socket in the basement, you have to run, otherwise your battery is going to drain out. However, Neither using the battery nor running are an option. You can't run because the bear's gonna hear you and won't stop following you until you're dead, just like that nice guy in your DMs. And you can't use the flashlight because either he's gonna see you and kill you, or the little guy's gonna break through 30 walls and kill you like he's fucking Kool-Aid Man.
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh yeah!
Getting back to the point, the battery should be dealt with in another way. For example, how Outlast does it. It lasts quite a long time, so you shouldn't constantly be getting sidetracked by replacing and getting new batteries. The wall sockets should be few and far between, and the battery should last a longer time. But it also shouldn't last so long that the player gets comfortable and has it on all the fucking time. For example, how the bonfires in Dark Souls work. Few and far between, so the player doesn't get comfortable, and it's like a relief when you finally get to one. So there's two enemies for now, the small guy and the bear. And since you have this dynamic of noise and light, I would make one of them blind and the other one deaf. And I spelled deaf wrong in the script. This way you would need to go stealth around one, making as little noise as possible since you already have this dynamic with the noise meter, and you could run around like a maniac around the other one as long as he doesn't see you, so no flashlight. In the areas where you can't use the flashlight because the enemy will see you, I would put a small amount of wall sockets, forcing the player to be careful with his battery. And in the areas where you can use the flashlight, I will put a lot of sockets to compensate for the fact that you need to keep quiet even going stealth. Which brings me to my next point, there really should be a crouch button or a stealth button of any kind. Basically any kind of button that makes you go stealth or quieter, so quiet that the enemy can't hear you unless you touch them. For now, this is only possible if you run out of water. Which brings me to my next point, why the hell does this even exist? The only effect it has is so you can't run fast, or at all, which is just another drag to keep in mind. Now for the nitpicks. All three icons should in my opinion be smaller, or two if you remove the water icon, or at least change it. The noise meter should be represented in a better way, in a way where you can tell how far the noise goes, the noise you make goes, if that makes sense. And why does charging make noise? And does it make a lot of noise, or does it make little noise? Because if it makes little noise, that's fine, because then if you use the blind deaf dynamic for the characters, having charging make a small amount of noise is a good way to add some tension in the areas where you have to charge your battery a lot. You need to make more places to hide. So for now, I found a box in the basement and a closet at spawn point, which I thought was cool. Cool game design. That's basically a tutorial. I like that, the way you put a closet at the spawn point. Why the hell does a computer have a battery? It's not a laptop. Unless you want to put a laptop, then that's fine. And currently the level cannot be completed, as I'm aware of anyway. So anyway, the game isn't bad. Like, it's not bad. There's just a lot of small details that need to be fixed, which is fine. The game is in very early stages of development. And since it's in the early stages of development, I do think there's time to redesign some things and add or remove some things, like hiding, crouching, explanations, so on and so on. Anyway, I really do hope the guys finish the game. The link for their Kickstarter is down in the description.